Hey, what up, everybody? Hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble day. We're going to continue. This is part 5 of the will robots take over everyone's jobs? A short bridge. I want to take a minute and thank everyone that has shown a shorty support, that has been rocking out with a shorty, that's having patience with a shorty, and much more. I want to welcome everybody to the Riders for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. So here, when it comes to the podcast, we talk about it all. So for the past couple lives, we've been talking about, the robots, the AI, the artificial intelligence. We watched the whole Senate hearing on not a Senate hearing, a committee hearing on how they plan on bringing the robots, the judges, the lawyers, how they came up with the idea, if they would benefit us, and much more. And once again, the question still stands to everybody. Do y'all believe that robots, will take over a lot of people's jobs? Will it affect us? Well, robots taking over people's jobs. Let me put it like this. Will robots benefit mankind? That's my biggest question. Will robots benefit mankind? Then we jumped into the interview of Sophia Stewart, who is the original creator of the Terminator in the Matrix. So this is stuff that everybody could search on their own if y'all don't believe what a shorty is saying, and much more. So we're going to hop right into it. We was right in the middle of Sophia Stewart's interview with, I think, Domination. I'm going to see. Hold on one second. Damatrix Studio. I hope I'm saying it right. So he had interviewed her, and we're going to, if we finish this interview before my class starts, we're going to hop into the Senate hearing. Then we're going to hop into another interview, but this looks like it's going to go into a part 6. So I appreciate everybody that's been here. I'm going to hop right into this live. I apologize if I'm taking long talking. I just want to update, a lot of people that probably are coming on new into the panel and much more. So let's get to it. So I took it back just like maybe 15 minutes on where we ended. I would say not even 15 minutes. I would say 5-10 minutes on where we ended on part 4. So like I told y'all, we all reacting together. I would love to hear y'all comments. Y'all comments really matter for a shorty. You never know if your comments could, help anybody in the near future, or, doesn't matter what the situation is, your comments could help the next person. We're here to build, guys. We're here. No judging, no coming at each other. We're here to build.
Whatever's in it in the courts, that's what's factual. Whatever's in it in the media, you can't use media stuff.
And remember, y'all, each one teach one, man. Like, listen, if we don't know nothing about our past, we don't know nothing about our history, how can we comprehend the present and the future? Let's make it make sense. So if y'all missed part 2, part 3, and part 4 of my lives, make sure that y'all check them out in order to understand part 5. Because if you have not checked out part 2, part 3, or part 4, you will not understand part 5. So I was trying to give a little description when I first started. Once again, I want to thank everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button if y'all choose to. Help a shorty get into the algorithm. Let's keep bringing awareness, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring the news. I'm here to bring awareness. Nothing more, nothing less. I give my reactions, my commentary, nothing more, nothing less. The rest is up to y'all. Y'all got a mind. Y'all can come up with, your own conclusions, your own perspectives, and your own opinions. We're not here to judge.
When you go into a court, they want expert witnesses because they know that stuff in the media is not viable. Well, Black people seem to think it is for some reason. They think that if they see something in the film credit, that, hey, that's real.
Hype travels fast, but great reputations travel slowly.
so-and-so got his name up there, so it must be real. He's in People magazine, so it must be real.
But Sophia,
Well,
do you believe that's a Black thing, or that's just the society that we live in, that we identify credit?
It is a Black thing.
That
It is a Black thing because the white people who...
Hold on 1 second. I had to switch accounts real quick. So I'm on my main page now because I got my premium there. So my bad, I had to do that. I don't like showing a lot of my personal info, so I had to switch. So here we go. There won't be no commercials. I apologize.
I must say,
what it's all about in this whole earthly experience that you're having down here. It's not about convincing anybody. It's not trying to force somebody or lead some horse to the water to drink. It's all about seeking truth on your own, whether you want to hear it or not. It doesn't matter. You'll pick it up later on.
I must say, Sophia, you are amazing. You the way that you see words, and the way that you respect conversation is excuse me, not conversation, I'm saying that wrong. The way that you respect history and the way that you have the fortitude to see things to see the curve before turning it is amazing. And I'm just sitting here in awe that we're actually having this exchange, because I mean, a person like yourself that comes from the works that you have put forward is, I mean, I know you've already heard me say this because you're in the future, but I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you for even.
Did he just say you're in the future? Yo, I'm dead right now, yo. He said you in the future though? Like, is he already in the Matrix?
Allowing us to see, allowing our audience to get familiar with you, because without this medium, there's a lot of people that know about the Matrix, know about the Terminator, but they wouldn't be able to they wouldn't be able to pay the respect, right? That works better for you than credit, right? Wouldn't be able to pay the respect to you.
Let me tell you what works. Let me tell you what works for me. Instead of you telling me, let me just tell you what works. What worked for me is truth. I worship God. I don't worship man. I don't worship money. I don't worship people. I worship God and I worship the truth. And I would tell people like Kanye West, I'm not here to turn atheists into believers. I'm not here to lead you somewhere or be your leader, or to take sheep and lead them to slaughter, or whatever people do down here in hell. It has nothing to do with me. My job is to spread the message of.
She says the same thing I said. It feels, don't it? Like if y'all catch this replay, right? Or if y'all, just coming in, don't it feel like we already living in hell? It's one hell of a question to ask, but listen, I would love to hear an honest, answer to that. Like, it really does feel, but maybe I'm the only one.
God through the Matrix and Terminator. That's what I came to do. Just like Job, he got the job done. And so you need to understand my position and why I don't need any accolades or need somebody to believe. I need people to seek the truth, because the Matrix and Terminator is to pull you out of bondage. For you to go out and seek the truth about your situation and what's being blinded before your eyes in the programs that you're in, and why you're plugged into these programs. Tell a vision, tell a lie with a
facts. We're in some type of Twilight Zone. Hey, listen, they already calling it the robot realm. So for anybody that missed, like I said, if you missed part 2, part 3, and part 4, you're not going to understand why I'm doing it like this. So I suggest y'all go catch part 2, part 3, and part 4 for those of y'all, that are coming in, because this does get a little confusing. We're talking about technology. We're talking about artificial intelligence. But what's crazy is this lady predicted all this way before computers were invented, way before the cell phone was invented. This is one of the ladies that had a vision and put it into a book, and then Hollywood came stole her idea and put it into a movie. And she got paid. She got a good listen. Check part 2, part 3, part 4, guys. Y'all catching the replay. Make sure y'all catch part 2, part 3, and part 4.
Television. Tell a lie with a vision. Television. And that's what the media do. Tell a lie with a vision. And they got you plugged into the programming, the billboards, the magazines, the newspapers, the radio, all kinds of stuff. And who does this media, who owns this media, is going to tell you what kind of message you're going to get. Now, it doesn't matter if some of the messages are truthful or some of them are not truthful. The whole deal about this.
Blessings, blessings, Blue, blessings, Young Riaz. Yes, she's preaching right now. Yes, she is. Blessings to anybody that's hopping on the panel. Give me 1 second. I was just checking the chat real quick.
Experience in the matrix is you seeking the truth, not somebody validating it for you, not somebody trying to convince you or look at a screen credit and praise somebody over a screen credit, which is all fake, because in the film industry, everybody knows it's just like bargaining chip for money. Has nothing to do with the truth. But we do have the courts. And in the courts, we can only enter truth. And that's where history is read from. It is created and made from the courts, not from film credits. So I'm not seeking archaeologists. I'm seeking truth seekers. And they're listening to my voice. And they're going to go out there and they're going to do what they need to do to find out the truth. And the other ones, they can take the blue pill and go to sleep. And they can do like Cypher, know that they're not eating steak, but they're eating mush, and believe the lie and kill for the lie and prevent others from getting the truth.
It's like that new law that they passed, but guess what? They was already feeding us the shit. We the human guinea pigs and we don't even see it. Allegedly. Damn, I'm on the wrong StreamYard again. Damn, no rights reserved. Listen, I have no rights reserved to this video. Under copyright section 107, I am able to talk about this. This is my opinion. Everything I say or do does not reflect on the Writers for Life podcast or any member or any member of the Writers for Life podcast. So listen, she's not lying right here. Like, a lot of us could put 2 and 2 together, yo. Real shit.
Okay, so let's open this up a little bit. I see we got a few people up here and a few people listening. I want us to begin to bring you guys up if you have any questions. So if you raise your hand respectfully, I'll bring you guys up. I want to start with Jessica. Jess, are you with us, Jess?
I'm here.
Hey, Jess.
Hey.
So, we have Sophia Stewart here. And, if you have any questions, I want you to respectfully, be able to ask those. Sis.
Kind of piggyback. Hi, Sophia.
Yeah, hi, honey. How you doing?
I am well. I'm very much an honor to be able to have this moment with you, and thank you for everything you've given us thus far. Kind of piggybacking off of what you were just saying, because I am semi-familiar with the history behind you being the author and them stealing your works and recreating them into something that became this cult classic.
Damn, I was muted the whole time. Snap, snap. I do apologize. My bad. Let me say what I was saying again. I do apologize for pausing a lot. I don't have rights to this video. So, copyright, under copyright section, I am allowed to criticize it. I'm allowed to, talk, give my opinion, react to it, and much more. So if y'all see me pausing this video a lot, it's because I don't own rights to it. I try to get y'all to hear as much and then, try to pause it, give my little commentary as much as I can, and, let it keep playing. So I appreciate everybody that has patience. Damn, I didn't even know I had that pause. I had But blessings, Angel, blessings.
Classic franchise, for lack of better words.
Well,
And
they didn't
I want
recreate anything, sweetie, but they adapted it to the screen. So they didn't have to
True.
recreate, because recreating is when you take something old that's been out there and change Frankenstein movie around to another whole venture and try to take credit for it. Like Lil Nas did. When you take the Nike shoes that it was already invented, Nike, and you put some blood on it and you put some red dressing on it and some satanic stuff and you try to recreate it. That's what recreating
try to
is.
call it something else.
Yeah, and you're trying to call it something else when everybody knows it's a Nike, because Nike's been around forever.
So them taking and adapting your works into what everyone or the majority of people know now. I want to know, because you said you're a seer, a visioner, and so you got this vision and you were dedicated enough to put it into a format that other people could consume it. And then it was taken and they did what they did with it. What makes you still keep going to this day? Like, you were never defeated by this.
No, I was never defeated by it, and I continue to create. That's what all creators do. If the late Michael Jackson was alive, or the late Prince, they would continue to create their work. Everybody, Biggie, or everyone who has created anything. If Picasso was still alive, he'd be still painting Picassos.
Let me tell everybody, listen, just because you got an obstacle thrown your way doesn't mean that you give up. That obstacle thrown your way ain't nothing but a challenge, a test to prove, to see if you can make it. Some of us give up, and we shouldn't give up. It's just a little simple obstacle when it could seem like the biggest obstacle, but in reality, it's not. It's a real small obstacle. But you know what's the biggest challenge? Us, because at times we are our biggest enemies. We shouldn't quit. Don't ever give up if you see yourself come across a couple obstacles. Doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how little, just keep going. Don't quit.
Everybody continues their work, and I've written several books on Matrix and Terminator. And I don't know, but a lot of people out there are very familiar with me. They've already read my books. They already read the court cases, and they know what is going on here. And then, like he said, the guy earlier says, there's some people just waking up and they want to know, they're hungry for the truth. And they're going to get to it if that's what they're seeking.
And that's what I said on part 2, part 3, and part 4 of my lives. That's crazy, right? Because a lot of people don't know what's going on because they're just waking up. We've been programmed, whether it's by our grandparents, our parents, the television, social media, the influence out in the streets, whatever. We've been programmed, and we have to re-educate ourselves. We have to relearn everything that we've learned that was, like, how can I say it? It's put in the middle of between truths, facts, lies. How can I say it? It's just so much shit that we out here that we thought it was one thing, but when in reality it wasn't. We've been lied to our whole lives. The way we behave, we've been programmed to behave like this on some real shit. Pete, think about it. Take the time and analyze what I'm saying. Don't get mad at Shorty for what she's saying. Just think and take a minute and analyze what I'm saying. Listen to what she's saying. See, this is why I wanted to put this. I love the way she talks back. And I wish we had more old heads like this nowadays, and they don't exist. May they all rest in peace. Like, it's us. We have to re-educate ourselves. But what's crazy is that era, the artificial intelligence realm is here. The RoboCops are already in certain prisons. They already got the Robo Dogs. Like, come on. They already got certain restaurants. They have robots, artificial intelligence taking over. It's like they got the sex partners out here that are they look like, let's say, they feel and look like a real person. They're robots. They got the clones. Like, it's so much, and it's been here. We just been asleep. Those that woke up, shout out. For those of y'all that are still in bed, stay the fuck in bed. Wait for Morpheus to come around. He didn't ignore you. You just didn't pay him no mind the first time he came around.
That's what I was trying to tell him. And some things I'm going to answer. Some things is so redundant, it's below answering. They can go out and seek it. That's the way I see it, being an author and a creator.
Facts, Angel.
What do you think are some good places for people to start researching and finding ways to find the truth?
Well, if you're looking for the truth, you just get the book. The book is everywhere. Amazon, Walmart on demand, Barnes and Noble on demand, Look Press. You know what I'm talking about? Why?
But like I said on part 4, the problem is to us in the urban community have gotten so lazy. People don't really like to read no more. In reality, they don't. They'll prefer to watch a movie before they read the book. Even if somebody told them there's a book out there, they don't care. They don't got time to pick that book. I ain't got time for that. Oh, that bores the shit out of me. I'll watch the movie instead. Like, come on, man. We know how half these motherfuckers out here are. Like, ain't no sugarcoating this shit. We're in the podcast. Let's talk about it.
My website, Truth About Matrix or matrixterminator.com. The first thing, if you want to know about truth, is you do like all reporters. What do reporters do? When they want to find out the truth, they go out and research. They
go out, research, investigate, get their data together. Then they put the news out. Journalists, bloggers, not all of them, but a lot of them are out there to put the truth, and a lot of them have risked their lives. A lot of them just want a payday, and they don't give a fuck if they put a truth or a lie.
Go research documents and paperwork, and they come to a conclusion. That's how you get at the truth on anything. You got to go research it. You can't just sit up here and listen to a couple of people or even listen to myself. I always tell people, you don't have to listen to me or believe anything I say. Go out and find out yourself. That way, nobody will ever lie to you. But if you're going to ask some questions.
Don't she sound like a shorty? Yo, don't just go by what I'm saying. Go out there, get y'all lazy asses off your mama's couch and go do your goddamn research. I ain't judging that nobody, but it's the facts, y'all. Get your ass off your mama's couch and go out there and do some research. See, there's a lot of people out here that lie, but then there's a lot of people out here with the facts. Instead of, coming off in a messed up manner, like, my bad. Listen to what somebody got to say. And then you do your research and you come up with your own conclusions. And you know who's telling the truth and then you know who's telling a lie. Real shit. But hey, this is my opinion. If anybody feels like, they got their own opinion to say, open panel. Whether you're in a chat or whether you hop on the panel and give your own opinion. But it's the truth. We have gotten so lazy that it's not even a joke. Half of us need to pop our mama's nipples out our mouths.
If Tesla was alive right now, you wouldn't be telling Tesla what you read about him on the internet or something. You would ask him questions because there are people that wrote about Tesla that never even met him, don't even know who he is or what he's accomplished. So this is a rare opportunity to be able to speak to a creator and an owner. Do you know how rare that is? That's very, very rare. And you want to ask some questions that you don't have to go and do some research and find the answer, or you know what I'm talking about, you can pick up a book and read it. You want to ask some questions that is very deep thinking questions.
So,
sorry.
So based off this being a vision, you saw something you see coming to the future. Do you think it's something that we can prevent or stop, or is this something that's inevitably going to happen?
What I wrote about in
before she starts, this shit fucks me up in the head because what's crazy is we've seen the movies. Those of y'all that read the books and seen the movies, y'all definitely know, and y'all were able to put 2 and 2 together because the movies show you a lot, yes. But when you pick up that book and you read them pages, you can use your imagination. But not just that, you can also do your own research. But the books are longer. See, a movie, everything is cut into an hour. Maybe the longest movie you'll see is probably 2 to 3 hours, right? But when you pick up a book, it has so many pages, right? It has chapters to it. You'll get a little more when something's written than when something's played out. But this is my opinion. And I've told this to a lot of people. This is how you learn. Everybody's like, oh, how you think? I don't know. And I'm not better than anybody. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. What I do is I simply just put two and two together. I sit and put my research, and I shut the fuck up when I have to. Like, I'm not saying that everybody has to, but what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, I want to learn. I want to pass the knowledge. I don't want to sit here and pretend like I'm stupid knowing that I'm smart.
In 1981 at USC is what the world was going to look like. And when you read the book, you're going to say, oh my God, this is almost amazing that this book was written in 1981, the copyrights 81, 83, and 84, because I'm talking about what's going to happen in the future before it even happens. I'm talking about virtual reality, virtual penal system, virtual skateboards, hologram clones. Do you see what I'm talking about? That you're programmed, that you're plugged.
And she had this vision way before everything happened, before the hologram with Tupac, before his concert, before all that, before the movies, 3Ds, 4K TVs, the smart TVs, before all that, before the first wireless phone came out, before the cell phone came out, before the first computer came out, she had that vision.
Plugged in, that everything you see is questionable and that you're being lied to.
Do you feel like these are things that we're currently experiencing? I do, but I want to know.
Yeah,
if
you're experiencing. And when you read Matrix 4 Evolution, because see, the first book is The Matrix. The second.
Well, is she the only one that's noticed that is here that we've been? Listen, we've been here. The artificial intelligence has been here. I said this on part 2 and I said this on part 3. Smartphone TVs. I mean, smartphones, smart TVs, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 5G, 4G, 3G. We've been living in the middle of it. I said on part 2, part 3, and part 4, I feel as though that the artificial intelligence will benefit us when it comes to the medical field, saving lives. It benefit us, you know, when you got to do a podcast, when you're doing music. Listen, we need the beats, right? How do you think they make the beats when it comes to the music and stuff like that? Certain stuff like that, yes, okay. Watching movies and all that, but they're trying to take it further than that. Further than that. They're trying to make cyborgs. They already got the clones. They already got the robots. Cyborgs are already here. Man, listen, I'm sorry, like no rights reserved to this video. And what I am saying is just my opinion. Just my opinion. But at the end of the day, we all know we're in the middle of it. Already it's here. It's here. What are you going to try to prevent now? If anything, what we need to do is come together more and try to avoid whatever is going to happen next. There was a great question that they asked on the committee meeting. Like, should we let this play out? Or should we stand up and do something? Or let the government handle it? Which one do y'all think? Let it play out? Get our asses up and get united and conquer and do something? Or let the government handle the situation? Because it's here. That part, there's no avoiding. But that's my opinion.
Reloaded, rebellion. And the third, the revolution. And the fourth, evolution. So when you read evolution, you're going to see all the new technology and all the stuff that's coming. How the iPad advances with the satellites. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Talking about the pandemic before it even got here. Do you see what I'm talking about? Talking about cars that are going to have voice recognition. Talking about there will be no more passports because there's going to be facial recognition. Drones, clones. I'm talking about all of that before it even came upon the earth.
And that's where we're at today.
That's right. And you won't know it until you read a book. 40 years ago? Excuse me?
And that was 40 years ago that you, back in 81, right?
That's right, 1981. I'm talking about something that was going to happen. What you're experiencing right now, I talked about it in 1981, 40 years ago. That's what H.G. Wells' work was all about. That's what Tesla's work was all about. Because he was talking about wireless light bulbs in 1936, sweetie. 1936. True. And you didn't see a wireless light bulb until many years later. You didn't see the CERN machine where it changes the weather, you know, and all this other stuff that Tesla created. You saw it 30, 40, 50 years later. And you're still seeing a lot of stuff he invented. Some of his patents are so phenomenal, so advanced in the future that the government can't even interpret it. Now, they can find somebody such as myself, somebody like me, a visionary, that I can come in there and explain it to them. Now, they're listening to my interviews because I'm talking about technology and stuff that's going to advance them or explain those patents that they got that they don't know how they work. When you see the wireless, look, when you see the wireless phones, when you see the towers like AT&T towers, when you see Sprint, Verizon, you're looking at those towers that Tesla created way back in the 30s and the 40s.
Boom. Clones were invented way back then, right? How about that? How about the robots? See, the only difference is the robots that were getting invented in the 80s and I think way before, they didn't have no skin. She predicted a fucking robot walking right side by side next to us with human, it looked like a human. And the only way that you could tell that this wasn't a human was if somehow their skin got torn off. It's like, all right, like I said on part 3, imagine you walking down the street and you think that the person that just walked by you is a regular human, just like you, right? But out of nowhere, right, here comes this little, no, we're not going to say a water rat. That would be the Chihuahua, right? Not the Chihuahua. Here comes this big pit bull, right, that doesn't like this thing that's walking right next to you and just gives it a little bite in the ass and then tears off the, piece of skin off with the jeans or whatever it's wearing. And then out of nowhere, you see like, damn, it's just nothing but a metal piece of thing back there. Like, how would you react? But we seen it before in the movies, right? Would you be shocked? Would you react like, oh shit, like, damn? Would you react like it's normal? So my whole thing is she predicted all this that's happening right now. And they said it was coming by 2024. They're saying that there's going to be another distraction by 2024. This is next year, right? Allegedly, let's say allegedly, because everything that I do say is my opinion and it does not reflect on the members of the Writers for Life podcast. So, like, what is the distraction that's going to imagine? Like, yo, it's going to be here. Just wait for it. The distraction is coming. So when y'all wake up next year or maybe by 2025 and y'all wake up in 2025 and they're saying, oh, here's another pandemic. And then out of nowhere, y'all wake up and, y'all sitting next to fucking robots or clones and shit. Y'all know why the distraction happened. Allegedly.
And they're utilizing them right now. You're using the technology that this man was talking about in the 30s and the 40s.
Hell of a prediction.
That should be mind-boggling to you.
Can I ask you? All right, so I know we're just a little bit all over the place. It's just a lot coming in from a lot of different places. We're bringing people up, and we want to, have them, ask them questions, whatever. And if you feel comfortable, then fine. If you don't, we can move along. In 2013,
blessings real as blood. I'm over here stuttering like a mother. Blessings real as my bad. Blessings. How you doing?
Times Magazine published an article on their website, and they was talking about the case that went on between you and the Soup for like 10 years or something to that
No,
extent.
it did not go on for no 10 years. That's an absolute lie. That's what I was trying to tell you, that when people get the book, they can read the actual cases in the book. I added it for prosperity so people can know they've been lied to on the internet. There is no court case went on for no 10 years. The first court case was filed a RICO case to put them in jail. RICO is a criminal case. Because what happened is the government violated my right to due process of the law. And when the
So for those of y'all that don't know about copyrights, she's about to explain it in how you could probably beat a copyright of your own. So please pay attention for future references, guys. Please make sure you hit that like.
The government violates my rights to due process of my rights to due process of the law. They've also violated your rights, because if they don't protect my copyright, they're not going to protect yours either. And they're the ones who violated me, because theft goes on all the time. The only difference with the theft with me is they stole billions of dollars. With other people, it's different amounts of money. So theft is theft. It ain't got nothing to do with the theft. It's about being brought to justice, and how people, mobsters and criminals pay to stay out of jail. And then they finally brought to justice maybe 20 or 30 years later, like Bernie Madoff, which just died in prison. He got 150 years, but he was stealing millions and billions of dollars. And these people was reporting it to the FBI the same way I was reporting criminal copyright infringement. Now that case got dismissed because, now wait a minute, stop. That case was filed in 2003. It got dismissed in 2005 because they sent 4 crooked law firms to help them get it dismissed so they wouldn't go to jail. Then I filed the second court case, 2007. It lasted for 7 years. It was over in 2014, September 25th, and I won the court case. And the judge made rulings on it that they had used my work to create these films and that I was entitled to the damages. The third court case went in Nevada, where I tried to get them again on a criminal case, which I won in 2019, which they're hiding it under a fake case number and a fake judge that wasn't even a judge when I filed the lawsuit in 2018.
The injustice in America, huh?
Well,
3 court cases.
Sophia, I'm in agree. I see what you're saying, because a lot of what you're mentioning, I'm actually sitting here with it before me as we're speaking, and I just, I wonder with so many. All right, so there's a saying that goes something like, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Now that could be on that side, that could be on this side. So at what point all right, so you said the truth is in the book. What
I said the truth is in the book. That came out of your mouth. I said people can read the court.
Somebody a moment ago said you asked Jessica just question, and she said, hey, where could they begin to find the truth? You said in your book. That's what you said.
She that's what anybody does when they seek the truth. They read documents. They go to the court and they read the documents. Wait a minute, stop it for a moment.
The reference point was the book.
I said the court.
See, that's what happens when 2 people over talk. Like, listen, man, 2 people could tangle together, and 2 people could have a conversation. You see where I'm coming from? But this is not talking. You're over talking. You're not. It's like you're trying to have a song with her. It's like you're trying to make a rap song with her, and it's not possible right now because it's a conversation. This is not a song. It's not a sing-along. Like, if you pause for 1 second and listen to her, then you would understand her side. It's like me hopping onto somebody's panel and just interrupting them every 2 to 3 seconds and not letting them get out one full word. And that's how misunderstandings occur. I'm coming. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming. All right, I'm going to play this right here. Let's finish listening.
Court documents were in the book. I said the court documents were in the book. And she said, well, did she begin to search for truth? She could go to the book because the court documents are there. And I said, that's where history is created. It is created from the courts, not from any film credits, not from any media stuff that you may read, because whoever owns the media owns your mind. They own your mind, and they can program your mind to doing whatever they want, and they can say anything they want that in the media, unless they're slandering or defaming you, which is called slander, defamation, which you can sue for.
And I 200% agree with that. I was just referencing the origin, because when you say, hey, she could go to the book, then that references that refers to what? That alludes to what? That the beginning of it would be in the book. Well,
there's some court docs that she may be able to find online. and she might go to the library into the archives, because that's where you also can find a lot of documents. When you go to the library, all she had to do was ask me, and since I work for the media, I can tell her where she can go and find stuff if she wants to do research.
Absolutely. I understand. We have a lot of people. We have Lord L up here. We have Ancient, and we want to get these guys questions. So respectfully, go for it, Lord. I know you've been patiently waiting. We want to give you some time to ask your question, King.
Peace to the room. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Greetings, Miss Sophia Stewart. My name is Lord L. I'm a media professional myself, but I mostly focus on the technical aspect and editing and animation, and I'm slowly starting to transition